long a sound as ae, two. As in, rose, the s between two vowels usually sounds like a, z. However, the s between two vowels in these 18 words does not sound like a, z. Remember to spell with an s, not with a, c, in these words. Read these words aloud in one story to help you remember the s in them. Vase, base, based, basing, basement, erase, erased, erasing, eraser, case, showcase, in case, casement, chase, chased, chasing, chaser, chasers. The art teacher drew a vase with an S shape on the board and asked his students to copy it. The art teacher began to erase the vase, but he did not erase the base of the vase, just in case someone was still copying it. The next day, the art teacher drew a cat chasing a mouse. Then, he used a brand new eraser to erase it all. In the end, the art teacher moved his showcase to the basement and his students chased after him. The L, M, N, R, and S are semivowels and they can sometimes act like vowels. Standing alone without vowels, other consonants have no sounds of their own. The semivowels, however, do have some sounds of their own, even when not said with vowels. For example, saying the S sound without a vowel still sounds like an S sound. When next to a vowel, the semivowels tend to have various types of controls over the way that vowel should sound. For instance, the L in gold makes the O sound long. The M in comb makes the O sound long. The N in union makes the U sound long. The R in for makes the O sound long. The S in taste makes the A sound long. The semivowel N, as in range, makes the A sound like long A, and the silent E after the G is there to keep the G soft and to keep from becoming rang. The semivowel S, as in paste, makes the A sound like long A, and the silent E after T is used to tell apart two words like paste and past. The ranger is not a stranger to us. The ranger has been prearranging many good things for us. The ranger is arranging for a meeting for all of us to have an exchange of information to help us resolve this strange mystery. Frankly, I feel estranged and at odd about the witness who changed her testimony twice. An interchange of thoughts among us during this meeting may change much of the ways we are heading. The strangest thing that might come out of all of this would be to have to rearrange our priorities. Please slow down and try not to be so hasty. First, taste the turkey before you waste all this paste to baste it. It is always best to start with a foretaste. Being a semivowel, the R that follows the vowel A, as in care, controls the sound of A. These 46 words are called R-controlled words. They are technically spelled like long A, but the sound of the A has been distorted by the controlling R and is changed to this special R-controlled sound. Care, cared, caring, scare, scarecrow, scared, scary, scarce, scarcely, wear, aware, beware, warehouse, silverware, kitchenware, software, hardware, plasticware, fair, farewell, welfare, bare, barely, barefoot, spare, pair, compare, prepare, parent, flare, flared, blare, blared, glare, dare, dared, stare, tear, share, snare, mare, nightmare, charity, pair, bear, childbearing, child-rearing. My name is Clarence and I am prepared to declare that I care for you. Beware not to scare me away because I am only a scarecrow. I scarcely dare stare at you. When I compare you with others, I see a glare of light and my heart flares for you. I may be poor, I may be barefooted, I may not have any money for a car fare, and I may not own any silverware, but I have a big heart that is prepared to love you. Compare the words that sound the same: homonyms, made, bait, bait, plain, plain, pain, pain, pale, pale, male, male, sail, sail, tail, tail, stare, stare, fair, fair, pair, pair, waste, waste, wave, wave. Do we spell with AE or AI? First, those who wrote written English liked the AE pattern more than the AI pattern. Second, they liked verbs, then nouns, and then adjectives. Third, in words that sound the same, they favored using AE in verbs as in made, and AI in nouns as in made. Furthermore, in words that sound the same, they favored using AE in nouns as in plain, and AI in adjectives as in plain. Furthermore, if any of these words can be both a verb and a noun too, it most likely is spelled with an AI. For example, male can be both a verb and a noun, and it is with an AI. You will remember most of these words as they were used in the previous two stories about Elaine and Jake. For instance, Jake was the one who had an airplane, and Elaine was the one who ate plain yogurt. The AI words and AE words were separated for you in two different stories. You may go back and read the two stories aloud as many times as needed. Compare AI with AE. You will remember most of these words as they were used in the previous two stories about Elaine and Jake. For instance, Jake was the one who had an airplane, and Elaine was the one who ate plain yogurt. The AI words and AE words were separated for you in two different stories. Compare the AE, as in Jake, with the AI, as in Elaine. Jake is the one who had an airplane, and Elaine ate plain yogurt. Jane did not like driving in the left lane. Bailey saw the phone laying on the ground. Elaine was the one who had a maid, and Jake made a cake. Elaine's mail was delayed. Jake had one male friend. Elaine's pail was filled with snails and bait. Jane looked pale. Elaine had a sailboat. Jake's plane was for sale. Elaine had a ponytail. Jake didn't finish telling his tale. Elaine's water fees were waived after the rain. Jake couldn't see himself waving goodbye to Dave. Jake stepped on his car's brakes before he ran over a snake. Jake's whole future was at stake. I took a break to eat steak and eggs during my breakfast. Jake lived during the past decade. Jay's teeth are not decayed. The millionaire went upstairs. The scarecrow didn't dare stare. The millionaire said, "This is not fair." The scarecrow didn't have money for car fare. The scarecrow was willing to share his silverware. The ranger's mother said, "Don't be so hasty, first taste the turkey before you waste all this paste to baste it." Jake asked Jane to watch the moon wane. Jane became insane when Jake drove in the left lane. Compare the vowels in these R-controlled words and study their meanings. Stare, stared, staring, stare, upstairs bear, barely, barefoot, bear blare, blared, blear, bleary pair, pair, pair rare, rarely wear, wearing, wear out, wear and tear warehouse, silverware, hardware, software there. They compare vowels controlled by the R and study the words' meanings. The scarecrow would pair the pair of pears for her. The millionaire wore a new pair of shoes. The millionaire had to repair his chair. The scarecrow didn't dare stare at her. The millionaire climbed the stairs stair by stair. Not reading aloud may impair his learning process. It is only fair that I pay for your bus fare. I will wear my shirt, but where is the hardware store? Bear with me, I am feeding this barefooted bear. Bear in mind that a bear can bear cubs. The tar will not tear the street, but it'll repair it. Our building has some wear and tear. The chairman gave lots of money to charity. The clean air made me want to do aerobics. Compare these words. Elaine is not vain or conceited. The nurse stuck a needle in that vain girl's vein. Gail did not fail. Who fell down? Elaine's mail carrier left her mail. Jake is a male, not a female. Elaine used a nail to nail a picture on the wall. Elaine's waist is thin. Don't waste the paste. Elaine's waistline looks just fine. Jake had an airplane. Elaine saw many planes. Elaine ate plain yogurt. Train Elaine, but don't cut off her train of thought. Daisy raised her children, and Elaine praised her for that. The S in vase, base, case, chase, and erase sounds like a soft circa. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to learn more.